You know those superhero movies? The ones with capes and explosions? Well, forget those. Today we're talking about the real heroes, certified internal auditors, CIAs, the people keeping businesses honest and squeaky clean. Think of them as financial detectives, sniffing out risks and problems before they blow up in everyone's faces. They're like the guardians of good business, making sure everything runs smoothly and ethically. No capes required, just a keen eye for detail and a passion for doing things right. They're the unsung heroes of the business world, working behind the scenes to make sure companies are healthy, wealthy, and wise. And trust me, it's way more exciting than it sounds. So, you think you have what it takes to be a CIA? Great. Get ready for an exciting ride. First things first, you'll need some serious brain power. We're talking accounting, auditing, and business know-how. Don't worry, you don't need to be a math whiz, but you do need to be comfortable with numbers and have a knack for spotting inconsistencies. It's like solving a puzzle, but instead of missing pieces, you're looking for missing receipts and questionable transactions. Once you've got the knowledge, it's time to put it to the test. You'll need to pass a rigorous exam that will make your head spin in a good way, of course. But hey, no pain, no gain, right? Now let's talk about the fun part. What do corporate investigators actually do? Forget the boring stereotypes. This isn't your typical desk job. We're about to dive into the exciting world of uncovering financial truths and ensuring ethical practices. Picture this. You walk into an office ready to tackle the day's challenges. Not in a boring suit, but dressed in a way that says, "I'm professional but approachable." You're wearing your metaphorical detective hat, ready to solve some financial mysteries. Your mission? Should you choose to accept it? To make sure the company's finances are squeaky clean. You want to ensure that all the financial records are as organized as your grandma's spice rack. Everything in its place and a place for everything. You'll be diving deep into financial statements, scrutinizing every number and detail, looking for anything fishy, any discrepancies that might raise a red flag. Think of it like searching for clues, piecing together a puzzle. At a crime scene, but instead of physical evidence, you're dealing with financial data. Except instead of fingerprints, you're looking for accounting errors, inconsistencies, and potential fraud. And let me tell you, finding a misplaced decimal point or a hidden transaction can be just as satisfying as catching a criminal. It's about bringing accountability and justice to the financial world. But it's not all about numbers. You'll be talking to people, interviewing employees, understanding their roles and how their work impacts the company's financial health, and making sure everyone's playing by the rules, adhering to regulations and ethical guidelines. You'll be the eyes and ears of the company, a guardian of its financial integrity, ensuring everything runs ethically and efficiently, building trust and confidence in the organization. Okay, let's talk about auditors. I know what you're thinking. The common perception, the stereotype. Auditors? They just count beans all day, right? Just shuffling papers and crunching numbers? Wrong. Absolutely wrong. That's a huge misconception. That's like saying boiling down a complex role to its most basic function. Batman only hangs out in caves. It's a part of what he does, but it's not he does. Sure, there's some bean counting involved, some number crunching, some spreadsheet analyzing, but it's so much more than that. It's about protecting assets, ensuring compliance, and fostering trust. CIAs are like the superheroes, the financial guardians of the business world, working tirelessly behind the scenes, swooping in to save the day, often before disaster even strikes. From fraud, catching irregularities and preventing financial crimes, waste, identifying inefficiencies and streamlining processes, and mismanagement. They bring order to chaos. They're the ones, the unsung heroes, who make sure, with meticulous detail, your pension fund isn't being raided, that your investments are secure by some corporate villain. They're the financial world's last line of defense. They're the guardians, the protectors of good governance, ensuring ethical practices are followed, fighting for transparency, demanding openness and honesty and accountability. They hold everyone to the same standard. They may not wear capes, though that would be pretty awesome. Though let's be honest, who wouldn't want to see an auditor in a cape? A cape would be pretty cool. Imagine the dramatic entrances. But they have a superpower, something even better, the power of integrity. It's their greatest weapon. They stand up for what's right, even when it's unpopular, even when it's not easy. They don't back down from a challenge. They're the conscience, the moral compass of the company, guiding decisions and ensuring ethical behavior, making sure everyone is playing fair. They are the true business superheroes. Do you have a burning passion for justice? A deep-seated desire to see fairness prevail in all aspects of business and finance? Do you enjoy the thrill of the hunt, meticulously finding problems, uncovering discrepancies, and digging deep beneath the surface to reveal the truth? And once you've identified those problems, do you relish the challenge of fixing them, devising innovative solutions, and implementing strategies to prevent them from recurring? Are you energized by the prospect of contributing to something larger than yourself, driven by a desire to make a tangible impact on the organizations you serve? Are you inspired by the idea of making a real difference in the world, ensuring ethical practices and safeguarding assets for the benefit of all stakeholders? Does the idea of working diligently, even if it's behind the scenes, to uphold integrity and accountability appeal to you? If you answered yes to any of these questions, even just a few, then you might just have what it takes to be a CIA. It's not a job for the faint of heart, mind you. It requires unwavering dedication, a commitment to continuous learning, and the ability to adapt to ever-changing business landscapes. It demands the highest levels of integrity, a steadfast adherence to ethical principles, and the courage to speak truth to power, even when it's difficult. And it certainly requires a whole lot of patience, the ability to navigate complex situations, and the perseverance to see audits through to completion. But it's also incredibly rewarding. You get to be the protector of fairness, ensuring that all stakeholders are treated equitably and that resources are used responsibly. You become the champion of transparency, promoting open communication and fostering a culture of accountability within organizations. Well, you get the idea. So, if you're ready to embark on a career that's both challenging and fulfilling, a career where you can make a real difference and contribute to the success of organizations worldwide, then consider joining the ranks of the CIAs. The business world needs more heroes, individuals who are willing to stand up for what's right and protect the interests of stakeholders. And who knows, you might just be one of them. In a world where headlines are often dominated by corporate scandals and financial misdeeds, CIAs stand as a beacon of hope. They are the silent guardians of ethical behavior, working tirelessly to ensure businesses operate with integrity and transparency. Their work may not always be glamorous, but it is absolutely essential. They are the ones who help build trust and confidence in our financial systems, safeguarding investors, employees, and the public at large. CIAs are the embodiment of integrity, standing up for what is right, even when it is difficult. They are the ones who ask the tough questions, challenge the status quo, and hold others accountable for their actions. They are the unsung heroes who create a more ethical and sustainable business world. So, there you have it. The truth about CIAs, they're not just number crunchers. They're guardians of good business, protectors of fairness, and champions of ethical behavior. They may not wear capes, though again, a cape would be pretty cool, but they make a real difference in the world. If you're looking for a career that's both challenging and rewarding, a career where you can make a real impact, then look no further than becoming a certified internal auditor. The business world is waiting for you, hero.